Hello, so welcome to the video, and we are going to Italy. So I can't actually believe it's happening, but I am about to fly from Manchester Airport tomorrow morning to Bologna in Italy, and I'm going to go to the children's book fair there. And I thought I'd film it all and take you along with me, and also try and document the thing for me to look at in years to come. I've just checked into my hotel now because it is an early flight in the morning, and it took a lot of effort getting here because the trains weren't working as they should have done, as usual. So I had to get a coach as well, so it took about 3 hours, but we got here in the end. And so yeah, I've checked in, and it's going to be my first ever solo trip abroad. It's also a work trip technically, although it is kind of an excuse to go there to Italy and eat pasta and pizza. But yeah, this is crazy. Time last year I'd never actually even been on a plane before, and now I'm going to try and do it by myself. Little 20-year-old Hannah is going to try and do this, and I am so excited. Morning today is a day that we're going to Italy, so let's hope that everything with the airport goes well, because it's all just me by myself, but we should be fine. As you've probably seen, I've arrived in Bologna and look a bit worse for wear. I have been up since 3 AM, so what do you expect? But I thought I'd give you a little apartment tour, which nobody asked for, because you're welcome. So I actually had to get this apartment last minute because I booked one ages before and then it got cancelled. So here's what I found last minute, which wasn't too bad. This is like a sofa bed thing which no one will be sleeping on because it's just me here. There's me in the mirror, hello. And then we've got a lovely little kitchen thing and a bathroom, which isn't too exciting. And then we've got this spiral staircase, which I hope I don't fall down or drop my phone, because that will not bode well. And then it's kind of up this little loft bit. And here is my room, and my suitcase has just been abandoned. So yeah, that is the little apartment tour of the day. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty tired now, so I'm going to try and have a shower, sort out this, and then I'm going to plan what I'm going to do tomorrow, because tomorrow is the first day of the children's book fair, and I've got the app which shows everything that's going on, all the programs, and there's so much going on, so I thought I really need to sit down and plan what I kind of want to do so I don't miss anything that I'm desperate to go and see and go and do. And obviously things can change, but it's good to go there with a plan. Hi, I've not spoken to anyone yet today, so my voice is a bit weird, but I'm currently cutting out my badge for the fair, because today is Monday, which is the first day, and I'm going to get there when it opens, I think, and see what it's all about. I said I was going to plan last night what I wanted to do, but I've not really done that because it's just so much. So I think today I'm just going to spend time walking around, getting to know the place and seeing what things are, and then I can really have an idea of what I want to spend the other 3 days doing at the book fair. But yeah, I also could not find my scissors for ages to cut out my pass, because obviously when I was flying, I was like, I'll put them in this bag in my suitcase to be safe. So I know where they are. I spent the last half an hour looking for them, convinced I'd lost them, but I have actually got it now, which is good because I left cutting out this until I got here for some reason. But this is the pass that's going to go into my little ticket basically. So yeah, There we go, Hannah Robinson. That is me. I am excited, but also I have no idea what I'm expecting, so I'm just getting ready. So I've got my posters to pin up on the Illustrator's wall. I've got blue tack and sellotape to secure them with. And then I've also got my business cards, which are here. And I think that's pretty much everything I need, apart from some food. And then we're good to go. All ready to leave now, so let's go and do Bologna Children's Book Fair, day one. I've got my tote bag, my portfolio and business cards, and I've got my rucksack with like my lunch and other things that I can just carry on my back. So let's go. As you can see, I'm now back in my apartment and I spent most of the day at the book fair. I stayed there till 9 till 3, so when it opened. Then I came back and I've just been back here at the apartment just having a little rest before I'm going to go out and have some more pasta and go to a supermarket because I'm in Italy, so pasta is needed. But yeah, so this was my very first day ever going to the book fair and it was very good. It's very big, like it's kind of overwhelming to see how many publishers there are and the competition, because obviously you'd seen from my video footage that I pinned like my posters up on the Illustrator's wall, and everyone on there is like so talented. But yeah, it was really cool to be part of it all. And I have 3 days left. Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, 3 days left. So I thought I'd go home about 3 o'clock, so I'm not too tired for the next few days, because it's a lot of walking around, but definitely worth it. Especially as a baby illustrator, because I'm not really involved with the picture book industry. It's something that I more want to get into in the future. I'm sort of just using this event as an opportunity to look around and kind of get inspired to apply to loads of agents and publishers with my work when it's all sort of ready, because I'm in the process at the moment of getting it all together, so it's not really complete and ready to send off to people. But this fair is going to like really inspire me to actually get on with it and get it sent out to places. One of the very good things about the fair, that is the Illustrator talks. So obviously all the portfolio reviews and masterclasses got like booked up with like 1 minute of them being released, and I was working at the time, I think, so I didn't have time to try and book in any of that. But one thing that is open for anyone to attend is the Illustrator talks. So they're like really good, and I went to 3 of them today. One was with a publisher, the other was with an artist, and the other one he does like comic books and comic art, I think. And the third one was a whole panel of illustrators, with one of them being the illustrator from the Gruffalo. And obviously I grew up reading the Gruffalo. It was on my bedtime stories when I was younger, so it was quite weird to see the person who illustrates that, and then at the end they drew on this wall, and I got to see him draw like a Gruffalo in real time, and that was quite cool. I mean, probably a bit boring for someone who's not an illustrator, but it's quite cool seeing how these people exist, and they're just like normal people. So I think I definitely need to get working on all my picture books, and then one day I can have books published, because that is the plan. That is why we're here. I feel like the best talk that I've been to today was definitely the one with the agent from the Bright agency, and as you can see I took a lot of notes, and it was really insightful to sort of get to know the industry from a person on the other side. I took some more notes for another one. So I've now finished this sketchbook, I think. That was what I did on the plane. I was just doing all the green on that around the tiger, because what else is there to do when you're flying through the air? and then I did that also on the plane, a little self-portrait, I guess, of me travelling to Bologna. And then I did this when I sat in the park when I arrived, and the sun was shining. It's optically good or interesting, but it's just nice to sit there and draw. And then this has been the notes from the fair, really. That was a drawing from ages ago, because I'm currently trying to use up old sketchbooks rather than buying new ones. So I've just been, if I'd already started one and got like 2 pages in, I turned it the other way and then started again from there. But yeah, so now I'm going to go onto my new sketchbook, which again is one that I'd already started. Like, I've had this since I was 15. That's 5 years ago. So it definitely needs using up. Don't have much left in either, so I hope I don't run out before I come home, because that'd be an issue. I mean, I'm sure they sell sketchbooks in Italy, but that would be my plan of finishing up ones I already own. I also managed to pick up the guidebook when I was on my way out, because on the way in I couldn't find any, but I managed to find one when I was leaving, and there's a whole list in here of everybody who is at the fair, who's got a stand, and I found the list of the UK people. So I think this evening I'm going to go through that and decide who I'd potentially like to work with in the future, so I make sure that I can go and visit them and leave them a business card behind, because a lot of them aren't actually seeing illustrators this week, because obviously they've got their own work to do, like trying to sell books and all that, but a lot of them do take business cards if you leave them there, so you never know. So I'm going to go through and decide which ones look good to me, would suit my work, and then try and leave a business card behind. I've already left a few business cards behind already, so yeah, I'll just slowly add to it, because it's a very big place, so it's hard to try and find all these people, but now I've actually got a list of who's here, which is good news to me. I'm now back from my little outing into the city, and I managed to get my pasta. So that's my first time having pasta in Italy, and I also went to the nearest Aldi and got some food from there, because I'm taking like little packed lunches with me, so keep the cost down. I got my food and then I came back to the apartment where I'm staying, and now I've got some free time this evening. I thought I'd just do a little bit of drawing. I brought this paper with me because I ended up using this paper pad to put my posters in for the Illustrator school, so they didn't get squashed or creased. I sandwiched in between the paper, and it means I've actually got quite nice paper to draw on rather than just my sketchbooks. I don't actually have many pages left either, as I was saying before, so I'm just drawing things I've taken pictures of so far in Italy. I've not actually really got that many pictures of Italy itself so far. I've got lots from the book fair, but I'm not currently drawing that. I'm drawing a little motorbike scooter thing that I took a picture of. It's a very nice red colour. So this paint probably be a bit better applied, but it's just for fun. I already feel quite inspired from the book fair, which is good. It's definitely worth coming and experience it all for myself the first time. There's just so many talented people out there, and they make some amazing work. So, and when you see other people doing so well, it usually inspires me to want to make more work. So I'm just having fun with my paints, because often when I'm at home I've got other projects that I need to do, but because I'm away from all the projects that I currently have to do, because they're all at home, I am just having fun painting, which is so nice to do. Now this concludes my evening doodling, and I've just finished off the motorbike, and that's it for today. I thought to try and be a bit different to how I usually work. I normally outline everything with a black fine liner because it normally does look better, but I thought just to experiment I would leave it without the outline and just use pencils really to sort of give it a bit of definition. And I mean, it looks alright. I think I'll probably just use pen in the future, but it's nice to give it a try. Good morning, it is now day 2 of the book fair, and this morning I'm going to go and do some drawing in Bologna first before heading over to the fair, so it'll be more like a half day for me today. Rather than going 9 till 3 like yesterday, probably go from like 1 or 2 until towards the end or whenever I feel like coming back to here. So let's go see. Let's go. So I'm now back from day 2 in Bologna, like the second official day of the fair, and as you have seen, I spent a bit of the morning just sketching in one, I think it's the biggest square here in the city. I can't remember what it's called, but I did sketch there, and I sketched this building, and I had quite a lot of fun with the colours because obviously Bologna has got like a lot of oranges and pinks. So I thought I'd really exaggerate that in this piece, this little sketch. I also filmed a little reel from it, and so that can go on TikTok and Instagram. And then after that I walked to the fair, and it was good. I went to, first of all, I was looking at the Illustrators exhibition because before the fair I think you could enter this competition. And so many talented illustrators got selected, so it was really inspiring walking around and seeing all their work. And then I went back to the illustrators wall and looked at everybody who was on there as well, and I picked up a few nice little business cards because they're so lovely. And then after that I went to 2 talks by 2 different illustrators who I'd never heard of before, so it was quite good to learn about them and be introduced to their work through that way, and that was really good. Now I've just walked back to the apartment, and I think that's me done for the evening because they are like long days but totally worth it. So I think I'm just gonna have another evening of sitting down, drawing and having some food. So I took some notes from one of them, so I got that there, and then like I said, did my drawing, so I think now I'm going to post that online so people can see what I've been up to. And that is day 2 over and out. Welcome to, what day is it today? It is Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday, and I am just going to head out now to the book fair, and I'll take you along with me as always. So I need to get my stuff together, and then I need to go and then spend the rest of the day there because it's already quite late on this morning. But yeah, let's go. Today's plan is to try and give my business cards to as many publishers and agents from the UK as possible. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I think today might be my last day at the fair because it's very good and very big, but it's also a bit overwhelming, and I also want to make the most of being here in Bologna, because obviously I don't know if I ever have the chance to come back. So I think tomorrow I might just do sightseeing things, and then Friday I'm going to Venice. That's another day of sightseeing, but I also want to see a bit more Bologna as well, because yesterday I really enjoyed. I went to the big square and did some sketching. So yes, this last day, the last day of the book fair, I think, unless I change my mind, which I can do. I can maybe just go like first thing in the morning and then later on. So we will see. So now back from day 3 at the book fair and my personal last day there, and today is definitely a day that I've had there. Lots of exciting things happened, so let me tell you more. So when I got to the fair, I decided that I was going to go around to all the publishers and agents and people that I thought I'd potentially like to work with in the future, and I gave every single one of them a business card. So I got rid of quite a few, and then I also managed to go to 2 portfolio reviews. I've not been able to go to any so far, so I was quite glad that I went to 2. One of them was quite short and sweet, and he liked the stuff but didn't really say much about it, and the other one was actually really good. They've also requested for me to send them some like my work in digital format for them to look over again, because I think they're quite interested in potentially finding a project. Obviously that is still quite unlikely, but it's good that if one publisher is half interested, it's definitely hopeful for the future. So fingers crossed for that. And then after I finished doing those portfolio reviews, I went to 2 different talks which were quite different and interesting. One of them was about using data and illustrating that in children's picture books, and the other one was about illustrating comic books for children. So both really super interesting, super insightful. Not exactly what I want to be doing within the picture book world at the moment, but maybe one day. But I found it quite interesting to listen to all these people and hear what they have to say. So yeah, that's been my day today. And then I went to Aldi and I got some food for the evening, and now I'm back in my apartment and I need to research what I actually want to sightsee in Bologna tomorrow. I'll also show you my portfolio right now and show you what caught the publishers' eye that was interested in particular. So obviously they're flicking through. You've got to be quite quick because there's like a whole queue of people waiting to see them in these open portfolio reviews. And where has it gone? Can't find it. Can't find it somewhere. Yeah, so the thing that they liked, this specific publisher, was these character design sketches, and these were actually done for it's like an open call thing for different illustrators to submit to be able to illustrate this character for this series with this organisation. And I didn't get the job in the end, but it shows how even if you don't get the job, it can still lead to good things. So, you know, always enter things, even if you don't win it, because it might lead to something else. This might not even be leading to anything else, but it's leading to half something else. So after looking at the weather forecast, today is going to be a much nicer day. So I decided that I'm going to go to Venice. So I'm going to head off to the train station in a bit, and I'm going to catch my train, and hopefully in a couple of hours I will be in Venice, which should be a fun day. And then I'll catch my train back at the end of the day and then come back. Hopefully I'll get time to sit and sketch everywhere I've always wanted to go. So this is a big day. updated you when I got back last night from Venice because it ended up being pretty late. But Venice was amazing. It lived up to expectation. I had the best time ever. It's honestly so pretty. I didn't know, because I had high expectations, because I've seen pictures of it and videos and I know how good it's supposed to be. I was thinking, oh, surely it's just gonna, because I've got such high expectations, it's gonna be down here. But it was amazing. It was probably one of the prettiest places I've ever visited, and it was so nice. Yeah, I just spent all the time walking around, just soaking it all in really. As you saw, I did lots of sketching, and then I also had some really nice pasta because we're in Italy, and I just walked around mainly, just taking it all in. I didn't end up going on a boat because you could walk it all on foot, and I thought it was the best way to actually see like the little shops and stuff. I also bought myself like one of those tacky tourist magnets to remind myself of places I've been, because I've decided that I'm collecting magnets now of places I've always wanted to visit, because when I was in Iceland I got one there, so I've now got a Venice one to add to the collection, and it was the best day ever. And then my train did get delayed by like an hour coming home, but it was all worth it, definitely. I'm also just about to head out now because I'm going to go and climb one of the towers of Bologna to try and get a good view of the city from above. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm probably going to wander somewhere and try and find a nice place to sit and draw, and then that will be my Italian trip over and done with, which is kind of sad. And also it's going to be cold when I get home because it's currently snowing in the UK. I'm not sure where I live, but it's definitely snowing in lots of places. It'll be cold anyway where I am, and it's 18 degrees here today, which is definitely tropical temperatures for the UK. So yeah, and like I usually get cold, so I'm always wrapped up. Here in Italy, I've been able to go out without a coat some days, but all these Italians around here must think it's cold when it's 18 degrees because they're like wrapped up in warm winter coats. And like if this is England right now, then everybody walking around in like t-shirts and shorts. So that was quite a funny difference that I noticed. But I guess their summers are much warmer than ours. I can't believe that I've actually, this like trip, the solo trip, is coming to an end. It's been the best time ever, and I'm really glad that I had the confidence to do it, and it's gone well so far. Hopefully I'll get home all right. But yeah, everything like the book fair and going to Venice were really like a dream come true, and I think this might be me ending the video, just like the speaky bit here. But after I finish this clip, I'm gonna of course include any clips that I take today, because it'd be quite nice for me to include the tower and what Bologna looks like from the top. So then when I look back at this video in years to come, hopefully, maybe, if I can stand watching myself back, I will definitely include it so I can watch that back. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I not bored you too much, because it's been a lot of just talking to you here, because I'm not talking to a camera in public, because that's just a bit cringy. I mean, this is already cringy, but that's like very cringy. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you are ever thinking of doing a trip by yourself, just do it. Don't worry about it, just go for it. If I can do it, you can do it. Anyway, bye bye.